everybody? Welcome back to another XWall Gaming video. XWall here, and today we're going to go over your next dose of the salty batch files. That's right. We got some more examples, some more crazy delirium, all the hopium, copium, all the stuff that you enjoy. So without
the frauds, the shills, and the grifters, right? And the catfish, right? The catfish, Colt Eastwood, probably Jez Corden, right? Let's see, right? Let's get the bingo card ready.
further ado, let's go ahead and jump to it.
Oh, nice try, right? See, he used to catch me with that.
All right,
Nice
so like
try.
I was saying, what we're going to do is get right to the meat of the matter, if you will.
Pause, and he always starts with the meat of the matter. Pause. You got to stop with that opening.
What we're going through is, again, Mike.
That boy Coach says, bro, you become my favorite YouTuber. It's fun cooking these fools. Oh, you already know, man. I appreciate you enjoying it, man. You already know. I mean, these guys, they just keep on supplying, right? It's just cope as far as the eye can see, right?
He loves to make appearances on my channel, at least. I do love most of his responses or posts. I think
So we're starting out the video glazing Mike Ybarra. Okay.
they're great. I think they're fun. Love them or hate them, up to you, obviously. However, I think he's smart when it comes to posts and
You sound like you are a male feminist.
Oh, yeah, of course you think he's smart, right? Of course you love him. I mean, holy, we're starting off glazing Mike Ybarra, right? I wonder why you love him, right, all of a sudden.
stuff. So as you can see here, he states, I've seen bad campaigns, but boy, oh boy, this is a new level of bad.
Oh, this is
Now,
old.
Unique.
This is from November. This is old.
Comes out stating, Battlefield 6 campaign with the laughing emoji, right? Alluding to the Battlefield 6 campaign. That's what Mike would be referring to with everything going on. No, he quickly chimes in, no, Xbox's campaign.
And I mean, if you ask me, this just shows how butthurt that he is, right? This random guy, of course he knows that he's talking about Xbox's campaign, right? He's the butthurt, disgruntled X. Of course we know that he's talking about the Xbox campaign, right? But this guy saying Battlefield 6 campaign, he was able to get this millionaire who's well off, right? Who's left Xbox behind him. He's willing to get this millionaire coping and seething over this shit, right? Console warring, right? Feeding you fanboys, right? And look at you, right? This is what I'm saying. Like these console fanboys, especially him, he loves to try to act like, you know, he can get salt, but he's a salty fanboy himself.
Again, it has been bad. It continues to be bad, but the shills, frauds, and grifters are continuing to fall in line.
Oh yeah, the shill, frauds, and grifters, right? There we go. Check that one off.
Continuing to go with this notion, and we're going to have many more examples of those folks in
cope laugh, literally.
future videos, going through the motions, going through what they're told, what they're supposed to be adhering to, right? Everything is an Xbox. You need to go to PC. That's the best of both worlds, blah, blah, blah. All these excuses, even though...
See now, and this is the funny thing. Cut this out, bro, right? You showed the little dig from Mike Ybarra. You served him up, right? You served him up like on some volleyball shit. You started the video off on your knees, glazing him, right? You served him up. Just let Mike Ybarra get his little dig in, even though this was an old dig from like November, right? But no, now you're coping and you're seething about PC, right? And you just it always gets worse with this guy.
they didn't want to go to PC, they're definitely doing so. So the fraud, shills, and grifters, not the casuals, not the on the fence fanboys, they're not making that move, but the hardcore of the
The on the fence fanboys, nigga, what are you talking about, right? Yeah, also coping about PC. Oh, brother, it's like it's funny, right? Because now they start talking shit about PC because they know that the Magnus is going to be open platform, right? They know that the Magnus is going to have access to other storefronts and shit and have windows. So now they're like already starting to downplaying PC because they know that shit's going to be able to play all their PlayStation games.
hardcorest are doing so, but you got to love it, and he has to spell it out. No one can kind of derive from that and be like, yeah, this Xbox everywhere and everything's an Xbox thing. Pretty terrible. Kind of a weird...
Brother, this is what I'm saying. He definitely knew what he was talking about. And he told him the Battlefield 6 campaign talking shit, right? Talking shit. And this guy fed the trolls. He replied, right? Like that's what I'm saying. Your read on this situation, it just exposes what side you're on. And you're on the fanboy, the console warrior side, right?
Weird way to go out and be a third-party publisher full on, but here we are, right? Now as we continue here, we got Boomstick here, as long with his tuft of hair that he still refuses to shave off. Xbox's next-gen hybrid...
Oh, so now we got some hair cope, right? So now you want him to go bald because you're bald, right? Okay.
Every console will have gamers not buying a PS6 when the next Xbox can play everything. There'll be no need to spend the money. Full details right here, guys. So again, we're still on that narrative, right?
Oh,
don't pay.
But I thought that's what you guys said when what's it called? When Xbox games started going to PlayStation. You guys were like, "Oh, this is an Xbox, right?" I thought that's what the name of the game was, right? They're just saying that all of the PlayStation games are going to be available on Xbox, you know, because PlayStation's third party, right? why are you getting so salty over this tweet, buddy? Right? He's a console guy. Spreading, glazing a console like you do all the time.
This is exactly what we want to do. We've always wanted to go to Xbox in this hybrid system or just PC in general. That's what we should be doing all along. I mean, how silly of us to think that sales matter, that exclusives
matter. Console sales, and here comes the exclusives.
Matter, that console sales and console presence matters. What matters is just this open PC platform. That's what we wanted all along. We wanted to tinker and try.
No, brother. What he's saying is the games, right? He's saying that you will be able to play everything, right? And you're just glossing over that. And you know, right, buddy? That's not even your fault, right? That's PlayStation, right? They wanted to make money. So they put all your exclusives on PC, right? So he's essentially saying, you know, if people buy this console hybrid, right, that they'll be able to play all your exclusives, right? You know, even though, like I said, I would get a custom PC, even though, you know, now it's hard to say that, even though, don't get me wrong, I do think PC is the best way to go, but it is hard to recommend a PC with the prices the way they are. But nonetheless, here comes the PC Cope, right on schedule.
And do all these sorts of little things and have four to five different, online shops to pull from. If that isn't consumer friendly, if that is not...
Yes, having multiple stores is more not better. Is having access to more games, is that not better? Like, what the fuck are we talking about, right? Even if it's a PC, the games are still coming. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? That's why they need to be careful, right? Because they trying to do this console war shit, but they're not ready to step to the PC, right? Because they're just going to get their feelings hurt, right? It's sad to see this shit. They need to just accept it for what it is and step out the way.
Not convenient. I don't know what is, guys, but you heard everything. You can play everything. Well, again, they said everything. That is not entirely...
Yeah, he's mad as fucking brother. He's scoping over this tweet. Where's the salt? I see you seething because you know this new fucking hybrid console is gonna be able to play the PlayStation games, brother. And all I'm saying is, when the shit happens, I'm gonna be sitting there laughing at your ass.
True, a lot of things that you are able to play if it's coming from the Nintendo catalog.
Yeah, more is scary, Sigs. Yeah, more is worse. You know, I say it all the time, right? Less is more with these guys. You do not want to give them too many options, right? GOG and Steam says otherwise. Yeah, I mean, what more do you need to say other than GOG and Steam, right? Like, that tells you all you need to know.
Especially, that is illegal. So window catalog is not entirely true. A lot of things that you are able to play if it's coming from the Nintendo catalog, especially, that is illegal.
You sound like you are a male feminist.
So now you want to sit here and
be a good consumer.
So now you're trying to be a good consumer, and you're sitting here trying to talk shit about people who emulate and play Nintendo games. Now you're just coping, right? It's like, buddy, just admit that PC is superior. You're going to have access to all the games, right? Now, hopefully they don't fuck this shit up, right? You know what I mean? Like I said, I'll always keep on saying it. I would just get a custom built PC, but nonetheless, hopefully they have a desktop mode, right? The Xbox guys are going to be able to emulate. They're going to be able to play the Nintendo games. They're going to be able to access Steam, all the different storefronts. Right? I don't understand why these niggas is crying, right? Emulation is not legal. Yeah, now we're coping. I know, right? Even the Nintendo Cope is starting to come out.
So when you're saying everything, you're trying to allure this casual audience into, yeah, maybe everything you can do over here. There's a lot of caveats.
But you can, and just accept it. That's why PC is superior. That's why, you know, we'll always look down and...
Shut up, you filthy peasant.
That's why it's funny seeing you filthy peasants argue over what's the best place to play when it was decided a long time ago.
But again, they're trying to put the picture in a bright spot, the bright light for Xbox, the bright light for the ecosystem. Jump on over. It's simple. Don't worry about drivers. Don't worry about motherboards. Don't worry
drivers.
About your RAM.
drivers, my motherboards, my updates. Oh my God, right? All I got to say is
Stop the fear mongering.
stop the fear mongering, right? This is what they have to do to PC instead of just admitting that it's the better experience. Look at this fucking cope. This is so sad. You know what? Let me get a fucking, because I need it for the thumbnail, right? Let me just look at this shit. This nigga is crying, legitly crying. And this is what I'm saying. This is why you can't take these guys seriously. They don't care about gaming or none of that shit. These niggas just want to dick ride PlayStation. They know this thing is going to have access to a shit ton of games because, you know, it's going to have access to Windows. And they're butthurt about the shit. That's why they're trying to talk down about it.
Don't worry about your capture cards, if it's internal versus external. They don't tell you about nothing like this, but hey, it's a hybrid console coming out we know nothing about. Don't you worry, it's going to be...
Okay, you know nothing about it either, but you're talking about it. You know just as much as he does, right? But you're acting like you're the expert when obviously you're ignorant when it comes to PC, right? Like, just stop.
Super simple and clean, even though we have no current information of what this is going to look like or hear.
Yo, stop the fear mongering. I know, dude, that I'm going to get so much use out of that shit.
Especially with the RAM changes as of lately in regards to pricing and such like that, that is rumored to be pushing out next-gen consoles in general just due to the RAM alone. But I digress, guys. Follow the tuft of hair and see where that gets us, I guess.
Yeah, and where's the salt, by the way, right? I thought that this was a salty batch files, right? This is just you, like, I guess, venting about the direction of Xbox and how they're going to be more Windows Central or full bore Windows, right? Like they said in the recent tweet. It seems like you're seething that they're going to be able to access, you know, all the games, right? I mean, I think you need to get over it, right?
As we go on here,
Cope left.
This one's great. When we have, I don't feature these that often when people crash out on me, making simple statements, true statements.
Wow.
Again, I'm going to just make literal true statements, but they try to find every angle to come at me on.
Wow, we're getting a therapy cope session. He's literally like cleaning out his closet right now, right? All we're missing now is the catfish, right? That's it, right? I mean, now he's talking about someone who crashed out on him.
Mr. Evil 55 here, he very upset, trying to go back and forth, acts like he's your friend, then doesn't this, that, and the other. Finally had enough. I was like, this guy's such a weirdo. I'm just going to block him. Well, then it sent him into an ultimate crash out and spiral of disdain and hate towards me. So he had to...
You sound like you are a male feminist.
Oh, you sound like a male feminist.
Take a post, a factual post of mine, tongue-in-cheek post of mine, and make something of it. As you can see here, this RMFer is the definition of the lowest common denominator of adding literally nothing of value to the gaming conversation. We're going to take a quick pause.
Oh, get that off the screen. He is cooking you, Unk. And let me look at this shit real quick. Borderlands 4 didn't meet sale expectations. This nigga says, if only it was an exclusive. Nigga, I know he's not talking. This is the game that was broken as fuck. This is, yes, he is 1,000% right. Now, granted, he's calling you certain names. You know, that is a little bit over the top. But, brother, the game released like shit. It being exclusive wasn't going to fix that. That's why, right? This just shows that you're completely on the wrong side of this. This just shows that you're ignorant to this topic, right? You know nothing, right? You're just flapping your fucking gums, right?
This guy follows the typical Xbox fraud, shill, and grifter crowd from cults and everybody else under the sun.
What does that have to do with Borderlands? Way to play the victim. What does that have to do with Borderlands, right? The game didn't meet sales expectations. Yeah, because it ran like shit. Even on like the top fucking graphics card, the game ran like shit. The game ran like shit all across all platforms, right? Even you guys, you know, you PlayStation fanboys, niggas should be upset. Yeah, but we need war, right? You just need war. You just want a console war and talk about fucking exclusives instead of actually talking about the game and it being ass. Didn't Randy Pitchford say a whole bunch of bullshit as well? Like, this game had a lot of things going against it, right? Exclusivity wasn't going to save it. You know what I'm saying? And it just shows that when you want to speak about something, that's all that you can add to the conversation. This is what he's saying by the definition of the lowest common denominator, right? Because you're just a weird old dude who's just a console warrior. You have nothing of value to provide to the conversation.
Don't take a look in the mirror. We don't understand hypocritical awareness. We don't understand anything at all. But again, And again, yes, is me doing this partaking into console wars?
Yes.
For sure, because I'm...
Nigga, then where do you get off talking about fanboys when you're a fucking console warrior? I don't know what episode we're on, but we done sat through all these bullshit COPES sessions for you finally just to say the quiet part out loud. You're a PlayStation fanboy. You're a console warrior, but you want to talk about fanboys. This shit is ironic to me. Insane.
Dipping my toes in it, right? That's what happened.
Oh, he's just dipping his toes in it. Like PlayStation and third party. They're just dipping their toes. How convenient. This guy is a fucking goofball.
However, am I ever overhyping, misinforming, or lying to the audience? My audience? Anybody that checks into this channel? Absolutely not. So we have a...
All you do is hype PlayStation. You were literally just coping over PC not too long ago, trying to downplay it, right? Because you know it can play all your PlayStation exclusives. Dog, you're the fucking worst. You're just a PlayStation fanboy.
Much different agenda there, as opposed to everybody that he is following and him trying to call me out. In addition, literally nothing of value comes from this old man's goat looking mouth.
Yes.
Which I guess, whatever, that's fine. I mean, now we're doing...
Yeah, he's cooking the fuck out you. And don't you dare start trying to talk about him coming for people, bro. You were just talking about Boomstick and his fucking hair. You talk about that one guy, you say, busted cans of biscuits and shit like that. You talk shit all the time with your fucking hook curveball nose, nigga. Your Dr. Doofenshmirtz nose. You get up here and try to talk shit all the time. Your bald-headed ass. Don't you dare try to play the victim.
Physical insults at this
Cope
point.
laugh.
As far as that, because he's that mad. It has nothing to do with the post. Dude is a disingenuous...
Six, the old man content is going into the toilet bowl, and he is desperate for views. Like a basic bitch wanting to be a big... Yeah, very desperate.
Bottom feeder that yearns for the day and on and on and on. I mean, he made a post, right? This guy made a post.
Yeah.
And as you can see...
Yeah, show more. What else did he say, right? He cooking your ass.
My literal tongue-in-cheek post was, if only it was...
Yeah, in the fucking posters in the back are as crooked as your nose, right? Shout out to Power Paws, man.
Exclusive game, and it was available everywhere. Oh, wait, skull emoji. Stating in the terms of Borderlands 4 didn't meet sales expectations. Now, why did I state that form, right? Why did I state that? Because
you're a console warrior and you think exclusives can save anything. And obviously you're uninformed when it comes to this game, because this game had a bunch of problems, right? For you to just say exclusives would have solved this, it just shows how ignorant you are and why nobody should listen to you when it comes to anything gaming discussion related.
What we're talking about, and as you can see below here, we'll just go ahead and address here Mr. Cold Eastwood as well.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about it in the circle, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he thinks Square Enix
Cold
made
Eastwood.
Borderlands 4. Thinking that that's a gotcha of some sort. Yeah, so again, what I'm referring to...
Yeah, because Square Enix aired you guys out and talked about how, you guys don't buy games, right? I mean, listen, didn't you say you were console warring, right? That's what happens when you console war, right? Console warriors, right?
We need war.
Right? And your arch enemy, right? Cold Eastwood. He popped up and he's on that timing with you, buddy, right? I mean, you said it yourself. You're dipping your toes in the console warrior shit, right?
Tongue-in-cheek is that...
Who said that? Oh, you guys don't see it. Cold Eastwood replied right here. He has it at the bottom. My bad, right? You guys see it. Cold Eastwood.
Enix has been coming out. They're very upset with their own sales and their own procurement there, right?
Yes.
They didn't sell enough here and there. And they did do well.
No,
Square
they
Enix
didn't.
Did do well.
No, they didn't, right? They said... you terrified those niggas, right? My sources tell me, right, because you guys love to run with sources. My sources tell me they said they'll never sign a contract again after dealing with you PlayStation guys, right? They said that you guys get up here and talk about support the devs and all that shit, and PlayStation is the place to play JRPGs and shit like that. They said they'll never do another exclusive contract,
Nope.
right?
Not happening.
That's what I'm saying. It's funny, right? These niggas want to talk about exclusives, man. That's not what Square Enix said.
Well with Rebirth. They did well with Remake, all that sort of stuff. Final Fantasy 16 did fine. They just wanted better.
Okay, so it didn't meet their expectations.
They wanted better. Now in these games
Yeah, you guys didn't show up and support the devs.
like 16 and such came to Xbox, I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments down below. I don't believe it sold all that well. And of course, the excuse I believe following that is, well, that's what happens when it comes out much later. No one's going to do it. They know the story. They know this and that. Make any excuse.
Oh, yeah. Back then, they didn't want me. Now they hose all on me, right? You know, and look, now he's really salty, right? I'm going to have to use this one for the goddamn thumbnail. No, Kizzy, right? They waited too long. You know, they missed out on that hype window, and that happens all the time with PlayStation. The same shit happens when they try to put their games on Steam. They done missed the window, right? The hype window. People done found out about the plot and shit. People done found out that the game is mid, right? Niggas are just gonna wait until it goes on a deep discount, right? They missed the hype window.
You want. If you were truly excited for something to get on your preferred ecosystem, you're going to buy it. I can't tell you how many times I've bought a copy of a game that was once exclusive to another ecosystem, rebought it for my preferred platform, or vice versa, for whatever reason, if the game is good.
Be a good consumer.
Yeah, be a good consumer. Just buy the game over and over again.
Enough. That shouldn't dictate a lot. Will it affect it a little bit? Absolutely. But again, I'm very upset at this fact that I made this post. This is the full circle thing. But it's true. Just because it is an exclusive or isn't exclusive doesn't always guarantee that you are going to get the sales market you're looking for as a...
Okay, so he pretty much shut that shit up when he brought up Square Enix, right? He pretty much said that, you know, Square Enix has entered the chat and they determined that was a lie, essentially.
Have company.
And you're sitting here coping about it, right?
It's not going to happen all the time. It doesn't matter if...
Yeah, you bought 3 in an instance, Koala. I remember you buying 3 copies of a dead game. Oh, yeah, that Concord shit.
You're a renowned IP like Borderlands, if you're a renowned IP like Final Fantasy that we're talking about here as well, right? It doesn't matter. It has to be a great game. And
yeah, you're right. Exclusives don't matter, right? Look at how he's tap dancing right now, trying to explain why Square Enix couldn't meet their sales expectations on their exclusivity deal with PlayStation, right? But this nigga wants to talk about fanboys, by the way.
A little bit of luck, you know, mixed in with marketing and everything else, right? It's a whole mixing bowl of stuff, but that's why I stated what I stated. But again, the facts that I do point out and state, whether in my videos or on social media...
Nigga, you didn't state any facts. You literally sat here and said that if only it wasn't an exclusive game and it was available everywhere. Oh, wait. Right? Like, nigga, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is just sad.
Very upset over factual posts, but hey...
There's nothing that's sad about it, brother. You're trying to look at this from the exclusive lens, right? When the fact of the matter is, the reason why this game did shitty was because not only did Randy Pitchford talk a lot of shit, the game ran like ass. Like, there was a whole bunch of things that held back this game. And it's just funny that whenever you open your mouth about anything gaming related, it all revolves around exclusives.
Whatever helps them sleep at night, whatever helps them figure themselves out, more power to you. But as we continue on, in addition to this stuff, I just want to also point out, when they say that sales don't matter and stuff like that, console sales don't matter, software sales may not even matter that much, because apparently Game Pass and subscription services is what matters over sales.
Yeah, coping.
But again, this is why they're mad. Yep. So again, just a couple quick posts.
I mean, but it seems like you're mad. You don't even have anything on the screen anymore, right? You're just up here coping, right? Just keeping it going, right? I don't get it.
Here, this one from IGN. PS5 is now officially outsold every Xbox console ever released. We're not talking about the PS1, the PS...
I mean, but I thought this was a Salt video, right? Now we're just talking about console sales, right? I ask again, where is the Salt, right? You're so butthurt that the next thing you did in your video was pull up a PlayStation 5 has now outsold every Xbox console released. Like, what is this? Where's the Salt, right? You sound like a console fanboy.
To the PS3, the PS4, we're talking...
Yeah, why does this dude think all of his opinions are facts? I have no idea. I guess, like, this is now the fact that he pulls up, right? Not a console warrior, by the way.
About the current gen PS5. It is outsold every Xbox console ever released. That is pretty major. That's pretty big when we're talking about a direct competitor. Do we see why these guys are getting upset over facts? They do not like it.
No, I still don't understand what this has anything to do with the last tweet where you got cooked, right? You wanted to talk about exclusivity. You wanted to take a dig about exclusivity because the game failed, even though it was multiplat. And all that they did was just point out that there are games that have been exclusive that have failed. You've coped about it. Now you're bringing up console sales. I don't see how this makes your argument. And more importantly, I don't see where any of the salt is. All I see is just you being salty.
Them being herded over into the PC ecosystem isn't what they wanted to do.
Wait, this is actual news? Man, IGN really must be dying if this is breaking news. I mean, listen, console sales. Wait, Night of the Cypher saying that's fault. PlayStation 5 hasn't beaten the last 2 Xbox generations. I mean, whether they did or not, like, who cares, right? I thought that we were going to get some Xbox salt. I thought this was the salty batch files.
Regardless of the narrative that they're trying to spin as of late, of course, right? In addition to that, right? Matt Piscatella as well, who has the insider scoop and the information for sales and such like that for the most part. Happy 5th anniversary to PlayStation 5. Woo! PS5 is the second fastest selling PlayStation device in US history, trailing only the PlayStation 2 with 26.7 million units sold through October 4th, 2020.
I'm looking at this list. We didn't see this list so many times. Call of Duty Black Ops, right? I mean, you look at the exclusives, you got Spider-Man, right? 1 exclusive. God of War, 2 exclusives, and then Marvel Spider-Man, 3 exclusives, and all of them are on PC, right? Not even exclusive anymore. Let's see what talking point he has for this. Let's see him cope his way around this.
5. Quick pause. That's a huge feat. Why? Because the PS2, as we all well know, or most of us probably do know, is that the PS2 came with a DVD drive, right? A disc drive like that to play your movies. That's something
My Blu-ray
that was unprecedented at the time. It in a costly or a cost-effective manner, if you will.
Brother, where is the salt? Right now you're pulling up Matt Piscatella, right? And you got it straight from Blue Sky, right? Right, that tells me everything that I need to know about you. Do you have a Blue Sky account? I mean, brother, where is the salt? What are we talking about?
Right? So
yeah, that's a whole lot of PC games. I know, right? These are the top selling games. Mind you, while this goofy ass guy, this is what I'm saying, he be hanging himself out to dry. While this goofy guy wants to tell you that exclusives matter, but on the top 10, only 3%, 30% of the fucking games up there are exclusives, right?
You're getting not only a gaming...
And they're really not even exclusives. They're available on PC, right? God of War, Ragnarok, and Miles Morales aren't exclusive. They're on the PS4 as well. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Console, but you're getting a device that also plays your movies, and everybody watches movies, right? So it was a big get. So for the
yeah, and your games, they doubled the block as a goddamn movie as well, right? Movies.
PS5 not adding anything of like substantial relevance as far as new age type of...
Say that again?
Watches movies, right? So it was a big get. So for the PS5 not adding anything of like substantial relevance is...
I mean, he said it, I didn't, right? Did he just say the PS5 not answering anything of substantial relevance, right? Now look at him looking away. He just realized what he did. Why didn't you cut this out, buddy?
As far as new age type of situation for technology, like a whole new way to view media content, right? That's huge. That's a big deal. Do you see how this affects the other fanboys across the fence there, right?
So it's a big deal that they didn't bring in something big, like I guess the Blu-ray, and use that as a way to sell. It's big that it didn't have anything, you know, gimmicky, I guess, to sell like that. That's a flex. Console sales, right? Like weird flex, I guess.
Right? This is why. And here are the top 10 best-selling PS5 games, led by Call of Duty Black Ops 6. So again, the narrative fits that Black Ops did well. So that's a W for Microsoft because they now own ABK. They own...
Oh, damn. I didn't even think about that shit. I'm just looking at the goddamn games and how they're on PC and whether they're available or not, right? This nigga want to talk about how it's owned by Microsoft.
P's under that umbrella, such as Call of Duty and such, right?
Yeah.
So I'll leave this up there, hit a pause.
Yeah, ABK Cope. I didn't, you know what? I should have seen that coming, right? I did not see that coming. I thought that I had it all. I thought he was going to talk about Marvel Spider-Man and God of War Ragnarok. This nigga's talking about ABK.
If you want to continue to look at these top selling games and such at that time, which wasn't that long ago, just a few weeks ago, right? So just really interesting just to have that as far as context, why their ruffled feathers are so ruffled, essentially.
What context, brother? Like, you just pulled up the damn chart and you're not even saying anything.
But As we continue to go on, we do have Anna
Wow.
Anson. Haven't featured them for a
Hey!
moment here, but here they are.
The
stating
catfish. Anna Anson, the
some
catfish.
stupid nonsense here as usual for the most part. He states,
He says, I haven't featured them in a moment. Yeah. And then he says, he states, yes, the catfish.
I don't blame Steam for following Xbox's lead, so now Steam's following Xbox's lead because Xbox has done everything so well these last 15 plus years.
No, I'm not going to lie. This is ridiculous. This is cope, right? I definitely think it's probably the other way around. I think Xbox is trying to get on that Steam shit. It seems like they're in competition, right?
Let me tell you. So in just 2 years, they state, Xbox pulled off more MAUs, so it's all about monthly active users, right? Then PlayStation and Nintendo combined, so congratulations. They still had to go full third party and fail the console wars. Out-earned
And failed the
PlayStation
console
profits and
wars.
software revenue. Now we're talking about absolute substantial bootlicking to a degree. You want them to be
Yeah, now this is Salt. Let's see him fucking up. I know.
successful there, but when you're using that as a step ahead, again, where Microsoft failed in the console space. Okay, we can't forget that. That's what's happening in real time, and it has happened. Dropped 12 plus games in a single year. Again, that's what happens when you do two of the biggest acquisitions out there, breaking history,
ABK.
making history. I sure hope that you do have more than 12 games coming out a year under that giant umbrella between Bethesda, ZeniMax, and ABK.
Yeah, Sony's full third party too. I know. That's why it's like he's just coping. Now he looked at the 12 games. Listen, you can at least give him credit for, the 12 games, right? Even though they've gone full third party, right? Even though PlayStation's done the same thing. Like you were coping about previously, right? With the Magnus rumors and everything and them being able to play games. I think it was Boomstick's tweet. I mean, this is here we are yet again where they expose themselves. These guys obviously don't care about games.
Okay, pretty standard. Game Pass surpassed PS Plus revenue. I don't think that's right. Correct me in the comments down below if that is correct. If it is,
Yeah, I don't know Nathan about that shit.
great, I guess.
Yeah, who cares? Yeah, Cook the fanboy. You see, this is what I'm saying. He can't even do it because he knows he be talking about revenue and all that shit. And there's the fuck up cope laugh. Instead of explaining to Salt in front of him about Steam. Oh wait, he's a PlayStation fanboy. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't even peep the nonsense up here. Just glosses right over it and then it goes right into fucking Xbox.
It helps their third-party publisher push, I guess. But I don't believe that was correct. I could be wrong. Please let me know down in the comments below. That kind of momentum inspires platforms. Great news for gamers. So I don't know how that's great news for gamers in general, as opposed to as long as gaming
I mean, if they're putting out games and they're available to anyone, right, regardless of their hardware, I guess that is good news, right? If you're interested in playing the game.
is still thriving and being successful in general, that has not much to do with Xbox being successful because they have not been successful as a whole. And again, this whole Xbox everywhere and everything's an Xbox campaign is a joke and has been a laughing stock for quite some time at this
brother, they really don't like that Xbox Play Anywhere. I mean, how can you say it's a joke, right? Not even just talk about Xbox Play Anywhere. How can you say it's a joke when you were just showing the sales charts and, there's Microsoft games that end up in those top 10 sales charts, right? They're obviously making money from selling their games everywhere, right? I don't understand why he has to cope about this.
point in time for weeks and weeks at this point. It is a joke, but whatever fits their narrative, whatever moves that goalpost, keep in touch there.
Yeah.
Now,
Salty.
as we continue to go through here, we have one more example here.
One more.
Moore's Law is dead, responding yes. In regards to Dustin Furman, Valve is popping off today with 3 new hardware announcements. Is it time for Microsoft to start feeling worried? New video out now with a heart. And states goodbye Windows,
Zesty.
right? Cold Eastwood, of course. Got
Not gonna lie, that heart is very zesty, but go ahead.
the damage control.
Oh, Cold
Got a
Eastwood.
damage control.
Yeah.
Why should Xbox be worried? They'll have an enthusiast level Steam-like machine, and while they wait, they can keep selling their games to Steam customers in and outside of the new device. Again, yes, they are.
I mean, he does have a point, right? I mean, if there's somebody who wants to try out Steam or whatever, right? The Xbox guys, they will be able to try that shit and other storefronts, right? And they'll be able to sell the high seas. All right. I mean, He has a point. Let's see what he has to say about this.
Our third-party publisher. If you're acting or asking why they should be worried or they shouldn't be worried, they should be worried because the more that Steam's like, you know what, if Xbox is going to kind of creep in more to the PC space and the ecosystem there, you can expect Steam, Valve, all that sort of stuff to kind of push back a little bit more like, hey, that's
What are you even talking about? Pushing back and they get more aggressive. You think they're going to say no to
money?
Like, what is he even talking about, right? Like, the Xbox is just going to have an open platform device that's going to allow them to tap into the Steam ecosystem, right? Like, what's so hard for these guys to understand about that, right? Xbox guys, like, don't get me wrong, right? Now, granted, if I've heard the rumors about the Steam machine, right? If the Steam machine is decently priced or whatever, I do think there's a benefit to the Steam machine or whatever if you want a pre-built PC from Valve or whatever. But essentially, with this next-gen Xbox, I guess what Cold Eastwood's trying to say is Xbox shouldn't be worried because they're offering Steam as well, right? They got the bases covered, right? So it's not like they're going to be left out when it comes to Steam, right? It's the PlayStation guys. They're the ones who are in the closed ecosystem. They're the ones missing out, right? Like Sponge Leader says, no, Xbald. Xbox ain't worried about Steam, but you are. Yeah, he's been coping about Steam the whole damn video, talking about drivers and motherboards and everything. Like, come on, right? I just don't get it.
It's fine if you want to be a third-party full-on publisher, but if you're going to kind of
like PlayStation
take away from our stuff, we're going to kind of fight back. As time goes on, we'll have to see a Steam machine. I think it has lost momentum at this point in time because we don't know for sure how much it's going to cost. Rumors are hardcore.
Yeah, momentum. Yeah, momentum.
$700 or so. Again, it's going to depend by the time that this does drop what that RAM inflation is going to look like. And we probably won't even get the next Xbox hybrid machine because, again, due to RAM, and the same thing for the PlayStation 6 due to RAM, or they might find another alternative. Time will tell. But again,
where's the song?
Immediate response under Moore's Law is dead from Cold Eastwood to kind of defend that. Guys, don't worry. Please watch me for my Xbox content, even though we're a sinking ship and they're floundering about.
I mean, but doesn't he have more subs? Doesn't he get more views than you, right? I mean, I've seen you pop up with the live streams, and you've been streaming to like 13 people, right? You know what I mean? I thought that his content was doing halfway decent, right?
They've lost their identity, and on and on and on. Don't worry. Just keep in mind, this is the direction we wanted to go. We need to go. This is the way the industry is headed. Don't worry.
Yes.
It's going to be.
I mean, that's what PlayStation is doing, right? They're putting their games everywhere. Then put a game on Nintendo, then put a game on Xbox, right? All of their tentpole titles are on Steam, right? Are going to be available on the Steam machine and the Magnus. But you're still up here coping about exclusives matter, right? Like, this is just sad. He's always the one who ends up salty, right? Sinking ship. Yes, they announced a dev direct. Where is PlayStation's at? That's a good point. He should know about sinking ships. His channel is slowly dying. Yes.
Be just fine. This is just the way the industry predicted itself, and this is the turning of the times, and PlayStation and anybody else is just falling behind the lines. They're the ones that are going to fail. Let me tell you. No. So just...
No. Oh, my bad. I keep on hitting this shit. My bad. No, right? And look at this. I'm not even gonna get this. This is creepy. But I mean, the cope is always console sales, right? I definitely think they're still gonna be able to sell consoles. I think they're gonna do fine, right? They're gonna give you 1 to 2 tentpole titles a year. But people are just saying that there's options, right? People are just looking to I guess PC is just becoming more popular than it's ever been, right? And Xbox, they're gonna leverage Windows and whatever. Should be interesting to see how it all turns out, right? And the whole gig about exclusives and everything, because you guys have been running around talking about exclusives, right? Even though us PC guys, we've been saying that there are no exclusives. All that shit is about to be exposed. And you guys are just going to be up here coping, trying to act like the games are still exclusive with console timed exclusives or whatever. Just put the prize in the bag, Xvault.
Great. The fraud, shilling, grifting doesn't stop from these buffoons, these clowns, these circus shows will continue to go on, but hey, we'll continue to be here and have some fun with it as well and call out the bull crap, right? That being said, we will wrap up the video here, folks. I do appreciate...
Well, here's the thing I have to say, right? It doesn't seem like you really had any fun. It just seemed like all you did was just seethe and cope about PC gaming, right? It doesn't seem very fun at all. But guessing that's the end of the video. Nonetheless, I'll give him a like, right? X-Fold, right? I mean, holy shit, right? The fear mongering with this guy about PC, it's crazy. All the PlayStation fanboys do that shit.